Hey everyone, a while ago I did reviews on all four of these Hush Batman figures from Mafex. I thought all of them were very good. My only frustrating thing is why doesn't this black Batsuit have the Bruce Wayne head, and then this blue one has the Bruce Wayne head but then doesn't have the gargoyle thing, so it's like forcing you to buy both figures. It's frustrating, but they're still really good figures. It's just like, do I really have to keep two Batman figures from the Mafex line, Jim Lee style? I did not pick up the skydiving suit, whatever suit from the Hush comic book. But anyway, so we got these four figures here. I did reviews on them. They're all pretty excellent and very sort of like the iconic, what I like to feel like is the most iconic comic book version of these characters. And yeah, you see, they all come together. The boxes are very nice. Since then, I got, except that one the other sky diving bat suit. So I got another one, the Joker right here. Let's quick look at the back of the box. Can't have Joker without Harley Quinn. And then after that we have Hush, because can't have Hush with not have Hush from the Hush comic book line. Huntress, she was also heavily featured in this. It's pretty good. And then our newest release, Nightwing. I was still looking forward to this, especially since a lot of the McFarlane Nightwings are a little bit mediocre, except for the original blue one release, and can't get my hand on that. And I have this one, so I'm going to have a mental comparison. Basically, they all come together very nicely. Now, we're just missing Poison Ivy, and the line is pretty much complete. And I do wish they could continue, but I guess the line's going to be complete after that. So, today we're going to be reviewing Joker, Harley Quinn, Hush himself, Huntress, and then Nightwing. And we're going to start with Nightwing because he's the newest. So inside the box is pretty interesting. We have one of the comic book covers there with Hush and Batman and Harley Quinn and Huntress inside the box all printed. That's kind of cool that it's in there and actually continues to print. Authentication card thing from Mafex and stuff, so you can scan the box with the app to supposedly know that's a real one. I don't even know. Stickers can be copied, right? And as always, a figure stand always comes with Mafex. Figure also always comes with one. Bandai, what are you doing with your figure arts? Always give us a stand. It's good. As for the figure itself, in terms of accessories, apart from the fist oil on the figure, we have some stick holding hands, spray open hands, grippy hands, and relaxed hands. We also have these special hands with looks like he's spinning his stick because his stick's in a short sort of punchy mode. We've got him with a wire there, so he's like a long jump rope string thing. He kind of likes to do that when he sort of, glides through the buildings, kind of like Spider-Man, and he use that. He has a regular face and an angry face, and then finally he has an extra back that you can swap out to actually plug in these sticks. I see no reason why I wouldn't always use this, but I guess it's supposed to be like a tight suit, so it wouldn't have these clips on there normally. Quick look at the angry face here. The paint job is okay, I guess, a bit messy around the side. They have the hair. Softish plastic so it doesn't break, but the face has like no shading on it. And my blue has a little bit of mark on there. I see someone custom paint their Nightwing with like a metallic blue, and I'm thinking like maybe I want to do that, but then it won't be like too comic booky. I don't know. Maybe I like this blue to be a little bit darker, but otherwise the sculpt is okay. Moving over to the regular head, mine has a bit of a dent on there, which is really frustrating. A little bit of mispaint there. Otherwise, he is painted mostly okay. I need to add a little bit of paint there on the hair just to fix that. That's really annoying. And once again, I've seen other people repaint this blue with more of like a darker shiny, and then shiny blue, and then they spray the rest of the body with like more of a matte finish to make the blue really stand out. And it looks really, really good. So that's something I'm considering. Maybe I can do that myself as well. Speaking of paint job, I have no idea what's happening with that neck. That neck is just like, what is that? In some angles it's okay, but if he's just looking like straight on, what is that gap there? This, whatever joint stick that they use is way, way too high. Like, this looks weird. Okay, look, he looks a bit okay when I lean his head forward from the front, because that actually makes more sense. The neck is like so chunky, it looks weird. What's going on with this Nightwing? Like, man, that's really irritating. When I look at the rest of the body, it's okay, proportion-wise, but that neck joint is really bugging the crap out of me. Like, look at the side profile. What is that? What is that? Like, Oh my god, like, I suppose if I lean them back a bit, it looks a bit better, but just like, this neck is, like, really, really bad. I mean, the articulation's really good. You can break his neck. But, like, wow, like, what's going on? Apart from that neck, so you really got to pose him in a particular way. I'm probably going to swap that joint out with a slightly shorter one. Just looks really weird. I don't know. I need a new neck joint for this. This is really bad. Like, don't paint the black on the neck. It's weird. Aside from that, the rest of the body, it's simple enough. It gets the job done. Like, he looks okay. So yeah, really good articulation because, my God, like, look at that. Like, oh wow, we can break his shoulders as well. Yeah, a lot of very good butterfly joint. So he can really cross his arms up, rotating here, double elbow joint, but gonna go so far. And it's on a peg and swivel, so no board joint for his hands, which is a bit of a shame, actually, I think. Does this arm want to pop out? Feels like it's to pop out. Body goes back a lot, forward a lot. It's got a butt there. Tramp stamp printed in a very well hidden spot, I guess. Leg up. Oh, that's a bit stiff. Leg back. Sideways, almost do the splits. This plastic is soft and rubbery, but you know, the shape of it gets in the way. And the legs can go down a little bit. Knee joint. Slight rotation here. Now his boots are shiny gloss instead of the matte black, so there's a bit of a differentiation. There's a mold pattern there. Foot goes down, up, sideways, and toe joint. That's not a toe joint. That's a break your foot joint. Toe joint should be way forward. And the joint itself is more of a shiny matte, so it doesn't quite blend with the shiny of the black, but yeah. So, toe accessories, great. Most of the body, also great. Really hate the neck joint and really hate the messy paint job and QC they have on the head. For the price that I'm paying for, not very happy, but overall, compare this to, say, the original McFarlane release, I am 50-50 on this. This is, for the price, this is not the best Nightwing. Discounting the price is still probably not the best Nightwing. Jesus Christ, Mafex, what the hell happened with this? I need to sort that neck out for a different piece. Once I get a different neck piece for this, like just a regular flesh neck piece, I will be happy. Next up we have Huntress. Apart from the fist already attached to her, she has her staff holding hands, spray open hands, relaxed hands, and kind of pointing hands. She has two different hands and her actual staff. Let's take a look at her more angry face. The paint job on this is really, really good. Definitely better QC than Nightwing. Just take a look at. There is no shading on her hair whatsoever. I feel like if I want to go over this with the black contrast paints just to give it some highlights or something, that'd be something easy I could do. The earrings on her are okay as well. And the eyes especially are printed very nicely. Moving over to the regular face with relaxed hair, this is really good. I kind of wish I can swap this face, swap the faces around, but because of the way the hair is go, we can't do that, which is a bit of a shame. So you either have angry action pose or calm. You cannot mix and match. I wish you could, but otherwise, I got a little bit of smudged purple paint there. I wonder if I can just fix that quickly with a bit of a marker pen, but otherwise, she's painted okay. Bit of glue there from the cape. Oh, that's come off great. So the painting on her body also very sharp, going down to the gold there. The different purples differentiate themselves very nicely, and the pouch is also painted very good as well. Oh, wait, why is there some green there? Oh, some blue tack. Yeah, one of her hands was really loose. So I put a blue tack in the peg. Cape is wired from the side and the bottom. That's really, really good. If I spray this open, look at that. That's a big cape. That's a really big cape, and yet it doesn't go past the legs, which I like a lot. So I like this cape. I like the moon logos there. I like the white lining on the side. This is a really, really nicely done, a little bit of mispaint there, but overall nicely done figure. In terms of articulation, head goes down. Head can't really go up because of her hair piece. So if you want her head to look back, you're going to have to use the dynamic hair of the angry face. Torso goes really far back though, really far forward. And again, a little bit mispainted there, but that's not really too noticeable. Let's see, butterfly joints go back a lot, but not really forward because her boob's in the way. Arm goes up, misprint there. I can fix that with black paint, I suppose. Rotation here, double elbow joint, but really, it doesn't, just goes to 45. That's it. Doesn't go anymore. Hand is on a peg and swivel, and again, no ball joint, a little bit disappointing. Torso back, torso forward, leg goes up, back, full rotation here. I actually put an extra cut there. That's actually quite smart, because otherwise you wouldn't have that full rotation. You only have that a little bit. So that's good. Knee joint. Why is there so much paint mess up on this? I guess I can rub that up because the joint itself is a black plastic. Foot, peg, swivel, toe joint is better than Nightwing again. She can do the splits quite easily. That's good. Next up we have Hush, and you see his box art is a bit different. It's just Batman and Hush with all the other side characters and stuff. Just like the other ones have a stand as well. This one actually has an instruction sheet telling you, hey, H is for Hush, R is for Robin, or in this case Red Hood. And yeah, Jason Todd, and we have these different body bits. Up in the fists on the figure already, we also have a set of batarang holding hands. One has one batarang, one has two. We have some trigger hands, grippy hands, relaxed hands, and spray open hands. We have an extra belt for the R with Robin, and we have the H there that's already on the body. On the H logo there, you can push that out, pull that out, and put the R in there. We have a loose batarang, two of these Gotham City coins. Just going to zoom in there on these. They're molded, very detailed. And we have two pistols. Before, Warner Brothers was like, you can't have guns with your DC figures and stuff. In terms of heads, we have a regular unhappy expression, a expression, and a Jason Todd Robin head. Looking at the figure itself, the heads are all... Quick look at the Robin head. It's painted okay, but again, there's not really much shading going on. Maybe a bit of wash somewhere will make it really good. The hair is also a bit messy, but overall, looks decent. I think the mask could do a little work as well. Both of the Hush heads are pretty much similar. The eyes are printed very nicely. There is shading on all the wrapping and stuff, so that's kind of good. Going down to the body, the painting on this is very sharp. The yellow stands out. I know yellow is a pain in the ass to paint, but you know, they've done it. And moving down the belt also looks very good. It's nice metallic shine on the boots there, really nice. The jacket itself is a very loose, very soft piece of plastic with a lot of shading going on. It's so soft, you can see like these ribbon, this little belt strap is very, very soft and will not get in the way of any articulation. The belt pieces here, now this is where it gets a little bit messy. I think mine's come off, the glues come off, so the bottom piece here is supposed to stay there, stay put, whereas this belt can have a little bit of moving leeway, just because, you know, you gotta swap that out anyway. So I think I'm gonna have to super glue that back down. Articulation wise, head goes down quite a bit. Despite the collar, you can still move quite a lot. Arms are on these butterfly joints, it goes forward, just coming out. This is better than breaking. Forward a little bit, back a little bit, like does do a little bit with the butterfly joints, but not so much, I guess. Yep. And arm goes off, arm goes up, down, because there's no cut in the joint there, so it can't really go too high. And there's not really much rotation here either. The rotation is inside the arm, so that kind of sucks. Double elbow joint, which is completely wasted. And it's on a peg and swivel, so not too much movement there. So he's kind of stiff, especially if you read the comic book. He shouldn't be that stiff. You can do a really good sitting pose. He can move very far back, and there's enough molded details there. Doesn't look disjointed. Leg goes quite far up, a little bit rotation. Actually, quite good rotation here. Knee joint, very good. Foot goes not back, forward, and toe also goes just a little bit up. So the bending with the shoe makes sense. Next up, Harley Quinn with a comic panel with her saying something, I can't really see it. And Blam with her hammer thing. Inside the box, apart from the relaxed hands already on her, she has a pair of fists, a pair of hammer holding hands, pointy hands, and spray open hands. She has some I'm gonna zoom in on these now. These spring-loaded shoes for us to jump around in, and they're painted okay with some shadowing on the front, but the insides are not painted. There's a bit of messed up paint over there. And of course, she has her hammer, which is painted fine. She has 3 different faces. That's kind of cool. She has just sort of more natural smile face, laughing face, and her face. So this is the quintessential Harley Quinn. This is like the most classic version of Harley Quinn. When McFarlane brought this version of the figure out, it was either that or the animated series one. And yeah, this is very close to the animated series one as well, because while the original looks is from the animated series itself, the eyes are printed very nicely. I think those are actually prints, whereas everything else is painted. The gloss on the red is quite nice. And yeah, but the gloss on the body and the torso doesn't quite match, and my tummy has a bit of a misprint there. I feel like I want to fix that, just black marker pen or something. The overall aesthetic on this looks pretty decent. It's just that some bits are more shiny than others. And I have a little nick of paint there. Head goes not back, but a lot forward, sideways, lots of shown. So that's what she can do. Let's see, arms go up, not fully up. Full rotation here. Double elbow joint once again wasted. Peg can still on the hand, but this weight thing just gets in the way. So you have to pull the hand out a little bit. Okay, good thing this one has a stiff peg joint to move it a little bit more. It also goes real back and real forward, and the paint job continues on. Does have a butterfly joint there, and actually works quite well on this shoulder and this tight body, as it were. Legs go really far out. Slight rotation here, forward, a lot, back. In fact, part of her butt's molded in there, so it's good articulation. Double knee joint, very good. Forward, back, and toe joint. That's kind of ugly, actually. Swivel there. Finally, we have the Joker, also his different comic panel inside the box. Apart from the, I've got his trigger holding hand and relaxed, very open hands there. He's got a pointing hands, relaxed hands, item holding hands, and fists. He does not have any gun holding hands because he's got no guns. He does have a knife though. 2 different faces, both painted very nicely. You know, they smile face and they open mouth face. I would have preferred it if I guess the smile face is okay, but I would like a mouth close, more neutral face, please, if we're gonna get any faces. But it also looks like his jaw's dislocated. Jaw is dislocated on the side. So anyway, I'm just gonna put this head on. This is a bit better for me. So the painting and printing detail on the front's really good, and then on this side, it's just kind of like, oh, we forgot a bit. So detailing, the suit is really, really good. Despite it just being a full purple thing, there is actually a lot of shading going on, and that looks really nice. Little silver button details there. The yellow bits, the flower, the green, all painted very nicely. Articulation, head goes not back because of his suit, forward a little bit, sideways, quite a lot, full rotation. Butterfly joints do help a little bit, moving his arms a bit forward. Okay, that's good. Arm goes very far up, that's really good. There's a little bit of plastic in there that I didn't pull out yet. Oh, here we go. Some of these figures, they come with a little plastic protection thing when you first them. Anyway, arm goes up really high, very good. Rotation here, a little bit, actually full rotation, that's good. Double elbow joint, can a little bit more than Huntress and Harley Quinn. Peg and swivel for the hands. Torso goes back. The suit is very soft plastic, so doesn't really get in the way. Forward quite a bit. It goes up. It goes back. Okay-ish rotation, not great. Single joint here, again not great. Foot is on. There's a peg in there, but it's really hard to see. Also, just a ball joint. Can I pull his foot out to see? Yeah, it's just a ball joint in there. But this suit plastic is also soft plastic, so the foot can move a fair amount. Toe joint is not good. I guess the pointy shoe, but it's not really his toes, but he can tiptoe too. Funny. But looking at all these figures as a whole, Batman himself is probably the best produced one, either the black one or the blue one. They're both really, really good. And then I would say Hush and Huntress are the second best ones made. Now, Harley Quinn and both Catwoman are very simple designs compared to the other ones, but they're still done very well and look accurate to, the comic books. Joker himself is also done really, really well. And yes, Superman is in this comic, but he is the hot one now, but he is also done okay. He's got the shading. I do wish he had a smile face. I guess he didn't really smile in the comic book, which is why he doesn't have one, but still frustrating. I want him to smile. And the best thing about Superman is he does have the yellow logo on the back of his cape. What I noticed is that the yellow on Hush is much stronger and better painted, just like the Batman one, compared to the yellow on the Superman. So his yellow definitely needs to be redone to make it look more color accurate, because it looks a bit faded. Now, if I'm just looking at the new figures here, Nightwing, he is almost perfect except for that stupid neck joint, and it really frustrates me. And also the QC is a little bit out of touch. Huntress is, if you like Huntress as a character, this is pretty much just a good figure to pick up. It is pretty much great. Moving over to Hush, this is a really good figure, lots of extra parts, still has the guns before DC took them away. When WB took them away, very, very good figure indeed. Harley Quinn there, if you have some of the McFarlane one, that's probably okay, but just for better articulation and movement and posing, this is a really good Harley Quinn to pick up, and it's just classic in design. Finally, for a classic comic book Joker, this one is really, really good. Not a huge fan with his head and face, but the rest of him is done pretty well. All of these figures have, for the most part, really good articulation, a little bit down the elbow side of things, but overall they all pose really well. They look iconic, they look just like the Jim Lee art does, and that's really good. If you've been collecting some of the Mafex Jim Lee style X-Men stuff, the quality is also equally there. Between the DC stuff and the Marvel stuff, there's a lot of good Jim Lee style figures out there, and for a lot of us, that is what we think of when we think of the modern age comic book design of these characters. So, only missing Poison Ivy now. She should be coming out soon, and then Harley Quinn can finally leave this bastard behind. So, suggesting God below, guys. Take care, have a nice day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye now.